Hey everybody, what's up from Pokemon Classics, reminding you that the classics never go out of style. And you know, I'm not the only one reminding you today that the classics never go out of style, because the Pokemon franchise, Nintendo itself has announced the new set coming up, the 25th anniversary set, officially titled Pokemon Celebrations. If you ask me, that's the perfect title for that, because what a celebration. Reprinting old Pokemon cards to form its own mini generational set. I absolutely love this. I think social media has been lit up talking about this. So I'm sure this isn't the first you've heard about it, but I do want to launch into some of what we know about this set, as well as prepare for my own little Pokemon celebration here by taking a look back at some of my favorite artworks. So anyway, let's roll into it. So recently, Pokebeach has released some information about the 25th anniversary set. There's been a lot of speculation going on for months, but here's what we know at this point in time. We know the set is going to be released on October 8th, which isn't too far out. We're just looking a few months ahead of time here. We also know that the set's going to contain 4 Pokemon V cards and 2 Pokemon V Max cards. This is going to be a smaller set. Theoretically, it's supposed to be around 45 cards. Presumably, there's going to be some additional promo cards and other cards that push the set over that, but definitely on the small side when we're talking about sets. But here's the part that I think is exciting. You guys know me, Pokemon Classics. I love the classics. We were told that we're going to have 25 holo mini set released that contains exclusively classic reprinted artwork. Things like Gold Stars, things like base set Charizard, and pretty much every generation is going to be showcased in the set. And that's something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and I know a lot of other collectors out there are as well. So if you ask me, this is a home run for Pokemon. Check out this headline straight from Nintendo. Pokemon Celebrations trading card set will bring back classic cards. I love that. I'm all about that, including base set Charizard. So on top of the base set Charizard, we were also told that other types of Pokemon cards from various sets will be present, including Delta species, Light Pokemon, Dark Pokemon, Gold Star Pokemon like the Umbreon Gold Star, Lance's Charizard, which I don't think has ever had a release in English. So this is really exciting. They're all going to be original artworks, original card styles coming together to form this one generational set for Pokemon Celebrations, for Pokemon's 25th anniversary. If you ask me, that's the best way they possibly could have done this, and I'm super excited to get my hands on some modern product, and I don't say that very often. Now, I don't want to speculate on the set too much or overhype the cards that are going to be here, but already we've been given a glimpse of some of the packaging for this set, including the Celebrations artwork, what the pack art's going to look like, some of the boxes as well, and I'm definitely excited for this. So in that vein, I decided it'd be kind of cool to take a look back at some of the cards that I collect and pick out some of my favorite artworks that I'm hoping get made into a reprint. Now I realize most of these probably won't, and that's totally fine, but there's nothing wrong with appreciating some good artwork. So back in my days of collecting, as I'm still a collector, I focused mainly on Wizards of the Coast sets, from base set all the way through Neo Destiny. So what I want to do is showcase my favorite card from each one of those sets, and I welcome your guys' feedback. If there's a card that you think I missed out on, or one that you think is even better as an artwork, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, let's jump in, starting with base set. So obviously, base set Charizard is probably going to be most people's pick for the best artwork from base set. However, I'm thinking a little unconventional here, and when it comes to my favorite card from all of base set, it's gotta be Alakazam. Now, Alakazam is my favorite Pokemon from the original 150, and I don't really know why that is. It's just the first card in the set, Psychic type, which was really overpowered back in the day. I'm just a big fan of Alakazam, and I love the artwork in this one, even though it's not overly flashy. The same could probably be said of pretty much all base set cards. They were very basic, hence the title base set, right? Otherwise, my honorable mentions here, really like Nidoking. And again, that's not one of the more popular holographics from the set, but I love the pose, the attack stance that Nidoking has, as well as that swirling orangey yellow background. I think that accentuates the grass type really well, giving some contrast. And then my other favorite is Raichu, just because Raichu is the first holographic card that I ever owned. So those are my picks for base set. Jumping into the second set released by Wizards of the Coast, the Jungle set. The set featured 64 cards, and out of all the holographics here, really tough decision. But this one I gotta go with Scyther. Now, Scyther is a really cool Pokemon. He's got swords for arms, and this card was highly playable back in the day. 70 HP for a basic Pokemon, an attack that can do 30 damage, no retreat cost. That's exactly the type of combination you'd want for deck building. So I gotta give it to Scyther. My honorable mentions here, I love the Pidgeot from Jungle Set. Has some colors in the colorless background in the holofoil that I think really pop, make the card look beautiful. Also, Jolteon. This one goes out to Gem Mint Pokemon, but Jolteon, definitely the best of the 3 evolutions from Jungle Set, and that card's pretty fantastic as well. Now, Fossil Set was actually where the first 151 Pokemon were completed, and Fossil Set, special place in my heart. This is right when I was really getting into Pokemon and being able to buy some of my own packs. Having said that, some great artwork available in Fossil Set. This one is a bit obvious. Have to go with Dragonite. This is a crowd favorite Pokemon from Fossil Set, and how can you not love the Dragonite? It's got all those rainbow colors in the background. It's a very peaceful looking Pokemon. Dragonite looks so innocent, and Dragonite was one of the favorite Pokemon out there in the set, and nobody had ever seen a Dragonite card leading into Fossil, so this was like Dragonite's rookie card. You put all that together, this one seems pretty easy to me. A couple of my other honorable mentions for Fossil Set. I love the Ditto card. Ditto is a really cool Pokemon, a lot of lore behind Ditto, but also that 3D artwork was something we didn't see a lot of up until this point, so I thought that was pretty original for its time period. I also love Kabutops. I've got a thing for Pokemon with swords for arms, Kabutops, Scyther. They're kind of interchangeable for me, but love both of those. So Kabutops, another one that I would definitely give the nod to. Next, we have the Team Rocket set. Now, this was the first set that I experienced while working at a Wizards of the Coast league. I actually helped run a league along with another gym leader. And so this set has a lot of nostalgia for me. And when it comes to this set, there are some amazing artworks in Team Rocket set. I think sometimes this set gets slept on, it gets swept under the rug a bit, but definitely some amazing cards here. And when I think of the pinnacle, the best of Team Rocket, I think of Dark Blastoise. And I know Blast Boost is out there watching this, he's gonna love this, but Dark Blastoise is such an amazing artwork. He's facing the viewer, he's got the Hydro Cannon locked and loaded, ready for action, and I just don't see what's not to like about this card. Having said that, I do have some other honorable mentions from this set as well. Dark Raichu, really close second. That is such a beautiful artwork, and it was a Wizards of the Coast exclusive that didn't originally come in from over in Japan, so it has some prestige behind that as well. The other one that I love, kind of a sleeper card here, but Rainbow Energy. Rainbow Energy was the first time that I'd seen a holographic energy card, or even a rare energy card, and it has so many colors and so much holofoil background that I just really like that one. I thought that was beautifully made. What do you guys think? How am I doing so far? I know that some of these choices are a bit unconventional, might be a little bit controversial. If you disagree with any of them, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll kick into the second half, starting with the gym cards. So in its English release, the Gym series cards were divided into 2 different sets, Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge. Now, Gym Heroes, I think, was the lesser of the 2 sets. Gym Challenge definitely had some stronger artwork, some stronger Pokemon. The more aggressive set, if you ask me. Having said that, there are a few beauties in Gym Heroes that I think we'd be remiss not to talk about, and so the one that comes to my mind as the most beautiful is Blaine's Moltres. Now, Moltres, legendary bird card, that's one thing going for it. This was also the first card that it featured an attack with 5 energies in the energy cost. So that's pretty cool. This card happens to be one that's very difficult to acquire in a PSA 10, which is not what I'm basing this off of, but that's just a fun fact that I wanted to add out there, is this was one card that I've never acquired in a PSA 10 myself, but I love the look of this card. It's so beautiful. Some of my honorable mentions here included Sabrina's Gengar, which is another one that I know is a crowd favorite. Everybody loves Gengar. And then the Rocket Scyther. Again, really aggressive attack pose on that one, and some beautiful holofoil colors happening in the background. Some oranges, some reds, accentuating that green. So, love those cards, but it's got to be Blaine's Moltres for me. Definitely my top choice. Out of all the sets released by Wizards of the Coast, Gym Challenge might actually be my favorite. my number one. And this is a really tough choice for me when it's picking the best artwork, only one artwork. But when the chips are down, I've got to go with Rocket's Zapdos here. I love the dark grittiness of this card. Rocket's Zapdos is up in the storm clouds, and we get the lightning, the rain, the thunder, all kind of mixed together, and I just love the way that this card is put together. This card was actually pretty playable in deck building as well, and I know I used a couple of decks that featured Rocket's Zapdos when this card originally came out. Some of my honorable mentions here include Rocket's Mewtwo, which is another very iconic card from Gym Challenge. Rocket's Mewtwo, the first card from Wizards of the Coast, or any Pokemon card, to feature 3 different attacks. So that was pretty historical. But then also Giovanni's Persian, beautiful card, a lot of colorless holofoil in the background. That's another one of those cards that's very difficult to grade. For those of you that have watched this channel before, you know that the Neo series, Generation 2, is my favorite generation in Pokemon. So I'm really excited to wrap it up with these last 4 Neo sets, and these were really tough. There's some amazing artworks coming out of every one of these Neo sets. The first Neo set is Neo Genesis, and this one is a pretty easy decision. It's everybody's favorite card when we're thinking of Neo. That's got to be Lugia. When you're looking at this card, we've got elements of blue, yellow, red merging together on the canvas, signaling the Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, those 3 elements combined into Lugia. And, you know, you think of Lugia as well, and this was the same time that Pokemon the movie 2000 came out, and very important character to that movie. So I've got to go with Lugia here. Beautiful card. My 2 honorable mentions in this set, though, are Heracross, which is one that I know a lot of people don't spend a lot of time or interest on, but that card has a really cool framing to it, where you can see Pinsir in the foreground, Heracross in the background. There's almost this standoff battle between the two, so I thought that was a really unique way to set up that artwork. The other one that I love is Pichu, and this is our first rookie card of Pichu. Also, it has a lot of different colors in the background, holofoil, much like the Lugia here has. So those 2 are also top tier quality if you ask me. Out of all the Neo sets, the one that often gets overlooked and forgotten is Neo Discovery, and this one, I would argue, has the best artwork out of any card in any set ever made. I know that's a bold claim, so I'm going to take some heat from you guys in the comments, but I'm going to stick to my ground on this one. The card that rises, the top, the cream of the crop, Umbreon. This Umbreon is so beautiful. You've got Umbreon in the foreground, silhouetted with the moon in the background, and you even get that bit of glow shown in the artwork, how it's darker in the night sky on the sides, but as you get closer to the moon, it's just beautiful. Very tough to illustrate, I'm sure, and the holofoil really brings this card to life. Now, the other 2 that I chose from this set as honorable mentions include the Tyranitar, another rookie card from the Neo set, as well as Houndour. And the thing that I find interesting about the Houndour is this set actually had a holographic Houndour and a Houndoom, 2 evolutions back to back in sequential order as holographic cards. That's something you don't see very often, but I actually chose the Houndour because I think that artwork is better than the Houndoom. The Houndoom's pretty good too, but you've got Houndour hanging out in the grass, and there's sort of like that foreground, background depth to it as well. So a couple beautiful cards there too. Neo Revelation, the first set to feature Shining Pokemon. And this is going to come as a surprise to absolutely no one, because if you've ever looked at the cards from this set, I think we've just about all come to the same conclusion, that it's got to be Shining Gyarados. This is a card that tells a story. You've got a guy out in the boat in the middle of the ocean, some sort of massive storm going on, a tempest or hurricane, and out pops the Shining Gyarados, terrifying an already terrified traveler. Absolutely love this card. It also has that originality of being the first Shining Pokemon card, along with Shining Magikarp in this series. So can't deny the artwork on this one. Now, the other 2 that I really like in this set include Ho-Oh, which is a very amazing card, and that one I think is a really close second when we're talking about the Shining Gyarados. Then I also really love the Houndoom from the set. I know we were talking about the Houndour and the Houndoom from Neo Discovery, but the Neo Revelation Houndoom, up howling at the moon, absolutely amazing. Great work to the artist on that one. And for my last pick, we have the final Neo set, Neo Destiny. This also happens to be one of my favorite sets ever released. I think as far as artwork goes, I'd have to give it to Gym Challenge, but as far as my favorite set as a set, I'm going with Neo Destiny. First set that had light Pokemon, dark Pokemon, featured 8 different shining Pokemon. There's a lot to love about this set. When it comes to the best artwork out of all of them though, I went an unconventional route. A lot of people would go to the shining Pokemon, but for me, this has to be light Arcanine. This card is amazing. Arcanine is just so carefree, it's almost like dancing in the canvas and the artwork itself. And what really seals the deal for me on this one is the background holographic pattern is actually in the shape and look of flowers with some greens, some pinks, some reds, some like dark purples. And that is just a really interesting combination of background holofoil that I don't think we've really seen in any card before or since. So absolutely love this Arcanine. Arcanine is one of those Pokemon that a lot of people just inherently love as a Pokemon, and to get this type of artwork treatment, I think is doing Arcanine some justice. It was originally supposed to be a legendary Pokemon after all, so Arcanine finally getting the respect that it deserves. My honorable mentions in this set included the Shining Mewtwo, which I think is the best looking of the Shining cards in the set. Even though most people would maybe give more attention to Charizard, you gotta love the way the Shining Mewtwo is, got the hand out, just in that attack stance, something that I think is unmatched by the other Shining cards. The other one that I love is Light Dragonite, flying through the air. That's another card that I think has tremendous artwork to it. Anyway, guys, those are my picks of the best artworks from every set that I personally collect, base set, all the way through Neo Destiny. If any of these artworks get reprinted in the next set, I will be ecstatic. Now, I don't expect them all to be, I don't expect any of them to be, but I thought this would be a fun look back as we're thinking about looking forward with Pokemon celebrations. Anyway, again, I encourage you guys to leave me your thoughts. What are the best artworks from any of the Pokemon sets that you'd like to see reprinted and distributed with Pokemon celebrations? And are you excited for this set coming out? Let me know your thoughts on it. Anyway, guys, I'm Pokemon Classics, reminding you that the classics never go out of style. We'll see you all with the next video. Till then, take care, everyone.